This is milestone 3 for the shed project. For the first question, what steps did you take in order to complete this week's milestone? I started with the exterior sheeting. I used the rectangle tool to create a rectangle on all 4 sides of the shed, and then I used the push-pull tool to make the rectangle a thickness of 5/8 of an inch on all panels, and then I created a cutout for the window and the door. And then I used the component tool to download a window and a door. For the second question, what was the most difficult part of creating this week's portion? Fitting the window and the door in the cutout that I had made for them. The window was a lot bigger than the cutout was, and I played around with the scaling tool to try to fit it into its cutout. And then the door, the same thing. I was trying to play around with the scale to try to fit it into the 3x4 cutout. And then the door was closed when I had downloaded it, so I had to explode the door and then select just the door without selecting the frame, and then pull it away in order to rotate it so it would appear open, and then attach the door back to the frame, and then grouped it back together and then placed it on the shed. For the third question, how do you think this compares to creating it in the real world? I think it's pretty similar, considering you're just placing rectangles on the studs that are already there. A lot easier compared to doing the studs and the foundation. And then same thing for the window and the door, you're just placing it in the cutout that's already there. For the fourth question, what aspects of this milestone do you foresee as being the more difficult portion to recreate in real life? Probably the attaching the sheeting to the studs, as this thing just clicks to wherever you leave it, as opposed to real life where you actually have to attach it with nails. And then the door, again, same thing, doing the trims, attaching the door to secure it in place, as well as the window.